I'm going to talk about the stand your ground law, as it's called in Florida. In Indiana, we have, let me find it, where is it? No, that's not where I don't want it, that's what I want it. Basically, Castle Doctrine, stand your ground law, whatever. It's Indiana Code 3541, 35-41-3-2, section, subsection, whatever, 2. Um, basically, the whole thing is about, you know, the use of force. Um, Here in Indiana, I have the legal right to use force, and including deadly force, against a person who is using force against me. There is, the continuum force and all that fun stuff in there. So, you just can't, I can't pull my gun out and shoot some guy because he's going to slap me. Um, I do have the legal right to use some sort of unarmed defense mechanism, self-defense stuff to stop that. Let me get the, but I do have, basically, a person is justified using reasonable force against another person to protect the person or a third person from what the person reasonably believes to be an imminent use of unlawful force. However, a person is justified using deadly force and does not have the duty to retreat if the person reasonably believes that the force is necessary to prevent serious bodily injury to the person or a third person or the commission of a forcible felony. No person in this state shall be placed in legal jeopardy of any kind whatsoever for protecting the person or third person by reasonable means necessary. So what the law says is I can use lethal force to protect myself or another person from severe bodily harm or deadly or being killed anywhere I am. And I believe that is right. For one simple reason. If you have a law that says I cannot use deadly force outside of my home, the reverse of that is the criminals can kill you outside of your home. When you look at these laws, when you hear about these laws, you always have to think about the opposite of that. Okay, it's kind of like, when you're a kid and your teacher said you can't chew gum in class, and then you're chewing on a piece of candy. You didn't say I can't have a piece of candy, you said I can't have a piece of gum. That is the basis of this. If you are saying I cannot defend myself outside of my home, what the criminals hear is I can kill you outside of your home. And to me, that's wrong. To me, that is the law enabling criminals, and the law should not do that. That's why I am all for the stand your ground laws, the no duty to retreat laws. Because when the criminal hears I have no duty to retreat, what they hear is if I try and kill this person, they and somebody else has full right to use deadly force against me. And that makes them think a little bit. So, if you don't have a law like that, what you're basically saying is good, honest citizens have to cede the right of way to commit violent crime to the criminals because they can't stop them using force. That's crazy. Tell me, if I'm walking down the street and I see somebody getting stabbed, tell me I can't stop that person from stabbing them without violating the law is insane. You're telling me that this government, the state, would rather have me walk by. In fact, would rather have me say, hey, what you doing? And take a picture and call 911 than to stop that. That's what you're telling me. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I can't understand how that's a common sense law. Going off of that one, I love the whole listen to the anti-gun groups talk about common sense and compromise. The pro-gun groups have compromised. You don't hear a whole lot of talk about repealing handgun permits and things like this. We've compromised. We've basically said, yes, we will accept going through filling out a piece of paper, getting fingerprinted, and all that, to have a piece of paper that says I can exercise my constitutional right. Okay, we'll take that. We've accepted the instant background check systems. Yeah, okay, we'll take that. That makes sense. So we'll compromise on that. So we've compromised in a couple of areas. Why haven't they? Because they don't want to compromise. To them, compromise means do it my way. Common sense. We said, yeah, that makes sense. Let's not have felons, mentally ill people, drug addicts have guns. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll agree with that. We'll even agree to limit certain things, like, um, like if you want to go off and get fully automatic weapons, yeah, we'll accept taking another background check. Well, we'll take that. We've Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's not a whole lot of sense, but yeah, it kind of makes some sense. But yet they think that's wrong. To them, common sense is nobody should be able to have a gun, except for the people who ain't going to listen to the law. So where is the common sense and where is the compromise from the people who are talking about they want common sense and compromise?